Again, when you get to this point in time in the season, when you're in the playoff mode, turnovers are such a crucial part of the game. You have to really emphasize taking care of the ball. And the turnovers that you do have cannot lead to easy buckets on the other end. Because, again, we talked about transition defense. Make Minnesota a half-court team. If you let them get out in transition, a lot of bad things can happen. And with some of the turnovers that we had, like you said, Guy, a lot of them were just careless passes or lazy passes. They pick them off. It's 3-on-1, 3-on-2. It's layup. It's three-point play. It's wide open three-point shots. And those are the type of situations you don't want to keep putting yourself in.
Tough game to lose when LeBron gets you 38.
Well, we talked about it pregame. He's locked in. The Lakers need a win. Luka not feeling well. We talked about his experience of knowing what to do and when to do it. And tonight was one of those games where he just said, look, that they need me to be assertive, knocking down threes, Geeter, from half court, rebound. He did it all. So LeBron's going to be there.
I feel like the game's starting in like 20 minutes, James. I mean,
it's quick. It's quick. And you know what, Big? And you forget in a series, there's the human element, right? I mean, a guy can get hurt. A guy can get the stomach bug. Anything can happen. You guys went through it when you guys were playing. It's a long, if you play for, entire playoffs, it's 2 months. A lot can happen.
Yeah. Hope that, you have none of those, scenarios during the playoffs. But, look, it happens. Stomach flu, you eat something that doesn't fit well, you got to deal with it. And unfortunately, Luka didn't have 100%. Yeah, I mean, look, Lakers do this well. When they get something off of their defense, they usually do a pretty good job of getting out on the transition and making something of it. That was a good example of that. 1-2, third pass to LeBron for the jam.
James is a nice block by LeBron on Ant, and then he just steps into this one.
LeBron is known for either coming from the blind side or tracking it. That time he was from behind, got the block, and came down and pulled up.
Yes, he did.
From a different area code. He's got threes in every area code, Geeter.
Real nice. Time for Access 360. Their series, a must-win for Milwaukee, being down 0-2. Giannis the steal, and it's Gary Trent Jr., the hero tonight. Doc put him into the lineup, and he responded. Giannis inside for the bucket. He's got 37. Fourth quarter, Trent Jr., another one. He had 37. He made 9 threes in 12 attempts. He tied a franchise playoff record set by Jesus Shuttlesworth, Ray Allen in 2001. Bucks win it 117-101. The game was on NBA TV. Jason Tatum back in the starting lineup for Game 3 against the Magic. Remember, he had to sit out one. He had a 114-game playoff streak going. Derek White drives and lays it in. Game tied at 91. Magic ball up by 2. Franz Wagner drives. Magic up 4. Celtics down 2 after this. Derek White. Celtics, chance to win or tie. They got to just kind of throw it towards the basket. Game over. Magic get back in the series. Down 2-1.
Edwards is a young kid that's learning the game really fast. LeBron is a hero, and some of the guys that he played on that Olympic team with, he's trying to model their example by being a leader. And I think he's on his way, Geeter. Very poised, under control, knocks down the 3. And it seems like he can get to the bucket anytime he wants to get that little layup because he's stronger. He elevates and he's quick. So he's a tough one to deal with.
Off night for Luka, who had 17 points in his second lowest playoff scoring game in his career. Lakers fall to the Wolves. We'll be right back with more.
He's become like a huge thorn in the side for Minnesota. With his size, he's very active, Geeter. He's not afraid to take it to the cup, go into traffic. He's got a nice mid-range game from about 8 feet. He can pull up and shoot the jumper. So we haven't found anybody on the Lakers unit that can combat with that. Yeah, you cannot win a game when you're giving up that many points in the paint and turning the ball over. What was it? 28 points off of the Lakers turnover. So, not having, a big is not the problem. It's the activity of 5 people together. And with the Lakers playing that small, all 5 guys have to be involved in the paint, rebounding.
All right, guys. Lakers failed to score down the stretch against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lose 116-104. T-Wolves now lead the series 2-1. Lakers and Wolves Game 3 action at the Target Center in Minneapolis. Luka Doncic, the stomach bug coming in. Good start for Rui. Rui had 5 points in the first part of the first quarter. He only ended up with 8 and only shot the ball 2 more times. Wolves with the possession. Anthony Edwards gets the handoff from Gobert, hits the 3. Jade McDaniels, a killer tonight. 30 points on 13 of 22. Gets to the rack, goes off the glass. Lakers out running. Rui, LeBron with the left. We'll look at this again, James.
Yeah, we could have used a little bit more of this before the defense got set up. But LeBron in open court, it's like a Mack truck coming at you. You better move.
Luka kicks it out. AR hits the 3. Lakers down by 1. Later in the quarter, Dante DiVincenzo. He only made 2 of 8. That's one of them. Luka, cross-court pass. Dorian Finney-Smith. He had a couple of 3s tonight. Lakers down 4. AR with the rock. Byron beats his man.
Yeah,
dumps it off.
I like that move right there. Again, when you're playing against a great defense, AR was in attack mode. He just caught the ball, took it to the basket, and that creates the defense to collapse. He gets the easy dunk.
Nickeil Alexander, Walker, the 3. This was a big play to end the first quarter. It's DFS with the tip in. Lakers trailing by 6 going into the second. LeBron with the rock, and he has 16 points in the second quarter. Gets the Lakers right in this thing.
It's a good way to start off. Go to the lefty. Good pass to Rudy Gobert. Gobert, 1 point and 3 rebounds tonight. Just not effective. LeBron, great start that quarter.
LeBron, the mid-range, tie game. LeBron with the block on one end, James. And then a pull-up 3 on the other, and just like that, LA up 2.
Multiple efforts on the defensive end by LeBron. Gets the block right there, loose ball. Then comes down, and as Nas continues to back up, LeBron just pulls up for the 3. Another one.
And then a sidestep 3.
In the face.
Yep, that's when you knew LeBron was rolling.
Luka, the footwork into the fadeaway. Little twist to the ankle there for Luka. This was off a turnover, Byron. It's just an easy play for McDaniels.
Yeah, we talked about it before the game. Defensive transition is going to be important. This is a great double team, but again, you got to give Julius Randle credit for finding the Ant-Man for the easy 3.
Austin Reeves, a 3 from deep. And then Luka, a good sign going into half. Hadn't hit a 3 yet.
Yeah, he doesn't look sick on some of these plays. This is an incredible 3. Ant-Man all over him. That's a 10 degree of difficulty. No problem. But, talking to the Laker training staff there. And
saw him holding his chest.
Yep.
He would not start the third, actually. Gabe Vincent did. Luka would come in after a couple of minutes. Ant kicks off the third. Wolves out and running. Just the Jackson Hayes lob not working, especially on that play. Leads to a transition three. Now it's Randall with the turnover, James. Lakers on the break. Lob it up for LeBron. Lakers only down 2.
We've seen that before. Deflection on the defensive end. Austin Reeves over the top to a trailing LeBron James. 2 hands down.
Wolves on an 11-2 run to lead by 5. Luka likes the matchup. Gets the roll. Lakers down 2. AR with tough finish over Gobert, down 2. This is another turnover under the basket that led to this.
Yeah,
that's again, just, Anthony being, very understanding of the fact that we wasn't controlling the ball. So he comes from behind and gets this rip and then made the baseline dunk.
Gobert strips Luka. McDaniels with the basket and the foul. This is a big one by Gabe. Lakers trail by 2. Luka hits the difficult 3 in front of the T-Wolves bench. Brez down 2 going into the 4th.
I mean, I thought Julius played about as well as he could defensively, almost shoving Luka out into the bench, but another tough degree of difficulty for Luka.
DiVincenzo getting DFS in trouble. Mike Conley.
That was supposed to happen.
The offensive rebound.
I don't think he meant to bank that.
A fluke turnover heat.
McDaniels after some confusion there, James, on the defensive end. Lakers down 7, but LeBron.
Yeah, there was a little bit of defensive confusion. LeBron comes back, however, with a long 3. Then Rui pump fakes, finds LeBron again for another one, Gator.
Yep.
That boy, he's good.
Best one's yet to come.
How about this, Byron?
Unbelievable. That's when you know you're on fire. When you pull up from dang near the logo with only one guy on your team underneath the basket and knock it down, that's when you know you're on fire.
Officially a 28-footer.
This was the play we were kind of talking about, big game.
Yeah.
Lakers had a chance to go take the lead, and it goes to an and one instead.
Yeah. He just waltzed down the lane with no resistance. He had a lot of layups with no resistance. The Lakers defense did not do a good job of containing him. Here's Luka. The defensive player of the year 3 or 4 times, I think.
That was the last bucket the Lakers would have for the entire game. Ant wins it with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left.
Literally,
this is the play JJ was talking about, Brez. 3 guys converge. Naz Reid hits it.
Yeah, Naz, he didn't have a ton of points tonight, but I thought they were timely buckets by him.
And then Ant just took over. Ant again.
That's the biggest lead of the game.
And Minnesota would go on to win game 3. Minnesota takes a 2-1 series lead. LeBron pours in 38 points. That's the most ever by a 40-year-old in an NBA playoff game. Austin Reeves with 20, Luka with 17. Jaden McDaniels ties a career high with 30. Ant goes for 29. Julius Randle 22.